What happens when one of America's most outspoken daytime hosts goes toe-to-toe with one of the world's most polarizing royals? You wouldn't believe it unless you saw it unfold live. Meghan Markle's sit-down with Joy Behar on The View began politely enough, but quickly unraveled into one of the most fiery showdowns daytime TV has ever seen. What started as polite back and forth soon became an exchange of sharp questions and sharper comebacks, until the studio fell silent and Meghan left in tears. The View studio had its usual aura, bright, buzzing, like a town square drenched in sunlight. The set shimmered in cream and brass, the table glowing under golden lights, the audience alive with coffee and curiosity. Cameras floated like watchful eyes above the crowd. Whoopi Goldberg slid into her anchor chair first, glasses lowered, smiling warmly. Joy Behar followed briskly, her wave equal parts welcome and warning. "Good morning, everybody." Whoopi purred. "We've got a very special guest today. Actress, advocate, mother, podcast host. You know her from a few small things?" The crowd chuckled. "Please welcome Meghan Markle." Meghan entered with practiced poise, wearing a tailored ivory trench-style dress, hair immaculate, her smile both polished and cautious. The audience erupted, rising to their feet, applauding earnestly in that way daytime TV encourages. Meghan waved serenely, her tone measured. "Thank you for having me." Whoopi set the tone with her trademark calm. "We're happy you're here. We start with love around here." She gestured to the chair between Joy and Sunny's empty seat. Sunny Hostin was away on assignment, while Sarah Haynes and Alyssa, Farrah Griffin, sat across the table. Meghan smoothed the hem of her dress before sitting, a small, practiced gesture that spoke volumes. Joy tilted her head, giving Meghan the look she's made famous, part skepticism, part curiosity. "Well, let's get right to it, huh?" she said, voice light but edged. The crowd whooped, sensing sparks ahead. Whoopi gave Joy a half smile as if to say, "Let's not scorch breakfast just yet." Whoopi began with warmth. "Life? You've moved. You've got kids. You've got projects. How's California treating you?" Meghan's smile softened slightly. "California feels like home. Sunshine, the ocean, a slower pace, or as slow as it can be with two little ones. We're building community and doing meaningful work." "Sounds like a Nancy Meyers movie," Sarah chimed in, drawing a polite laugh from the audience. Meghan's profile on camera was flawless, chin tilted with practiced elegance. Joy, however, wasn't laughing. She studied Meghan closely though searching for cracks in the porcelain. "Okay then," Joy said, flipping a blue cue card. "Since we're being honest, what does it really feel like to live in America now? I mean, the real America. You weren't exactly universally embraced in the UK. Let's put it that way. Is the US just easier because you get friendlier press?" The atmosphere shifted. Meghan blinked once, lashes lowering and lifting in the smallest pause. "But Joy?" "Noticed. Joy?" Meghan replied smoothly, her tone silken with just a trace of steel. "Is that your way of asking whether I came here because England didn't embrace me? If so, I'd question the phrasing." Joy's smile sharpened. "I'm asking if you're happier here because people don't boo you at the grocery store." Before tension could flare further, Whoopi lifted a hand, the old-school crossing guard of daytime TV. "We don't boo at the grocery store," she quipped. "We order delivery and complain online." Laughter bubbled, easing the edge but not clearing the air entirely. Meghan straightened her shoulders. "I live where my family feels healthy and supported. California isn't a consolation prize. It's a choice." "Uh-huh," Joy said, sliding the card aside. "Speaking of family, Harry's been in the UK this week, right? At a charity event. And you're here. People talk. Trouble in paradise, that kind of thing. Anything you want to clear up?" Meghan's smile thinned. "I found rumors tend to disappear when we stop feeding them. Harry's doing important work there. I'm here doing the same. We're adults. We don't need chaperones." Sarah glanced nervously at Alyssa, who kept her eyes glued to her. "Coffee mug." Whoopi nodded, trying to move on, but Joy pressed. "Okay, but you have to admit, optics." Meghan cut in gently, her tone a velvet blade. "Joy, I admit nothing other than the fact that I'm not here to stock tabloids with headlines. If people choose gossip over facts, that's not my responsibility." The crowd gave a collective, "Ooh," the kind producers love, and that was only the beginning. As the interview unfolded, Joy pushed harder. Meghan pushed back, equally sharp. They clashed over Meghan's Netflix deals, her connection to the royals, her definition of sacrifice and ambition. At one point, Joy jabbed, "Without your husband's last name, you're nothing. No one cares." The words detonated. Gasps filled the studio. Meghan's composure cracked for the first time. Her lips trembled, eyes filled, and tears slipped. Despite her best efforts, "I came here in good faith," Meghan said softly, voice shaking but steady enough to carry. "All I've received is judgment dressed up as questions. Respect costs nothing, but it's been too much to ask for today." The crowd broke into scattered applause, some cheering her defiance, others stunned silent. Whoopi leaned forward, voice firm but protective. "Right, that's enough. Joy, you crossed a line. Meghan, you don't owe anyone pain on command. Take your time." Joy shifted in her seat, defensive. "I ask questions people already ask. That's my job." "That wasn't a question," Whoopi shot back. "That was a verdict, and we don't hand down verdicts here." Meghan rose, unclipping her microphone with shaking hands. "I deserve better than this," she said, her tears streaking. "And so do your viewers." She walked off stage, her heels striking hard against the studio floor. The audience clapped, some rising to their feet while a few jeered. But the dominant sound was applause. Joy sat stiffly, her cue cards stacked neatly, her expression unreadable. Whoopi turned to the camera, grave. "Today's conversation went somewhere it shouldn't have. For that, I apologize to our audience and to Meghan. Tough questions don't have to be cruel. We all need that reminder." Joy finally leaned into her mic, her voice quieter. "If I came off too harsh, I regret it. That wasn't my intention. But the damage was done." Meghan Markle had left the view in tears. Joy Behar was left defending herself. And millions of viewers had just witnessed one of the most explosive, unforgettable confrontations in daytime television history. What began with smiles ended in a cultural earthquake, one that would dominate headlines, fuel endless debates, and leave reputations scarred for years to come.